All right, thanks for that eye-opening realization, Chantel. That was amazing right there. So now what else is amazing is how our population kind of maintains their energy needs by consuming a ton of energy drinks and a ton of coffee. Now, I would like to mention that, I think that the reason this is true is because food nutrition labels are usually misunderstood. So I'm here to kind of help you about these food nutrition labels to kind of understand what's going into them. You got a giant calorie breakdown, but what's in those calories and how do you break things apart to understand what you're consuming, right? So yes, you got energy drinks, with food labels on the back. They got a bunch of numbers going on. A lot of people are like, "Whoa, what's going on? I don't like math. Get it away from me," right? But I'm kind of here to hopefully alleviate that stress for you, right? So according to the Parade.com, the most popular drink of Phoenix, Arizona, according to the downtown Arizona Phoenix population, is going to be for Starbucks the iced caramel macchiato. As far as the energy drink of choice, that's going to be a Red Bull. So I got that for an example here, right? If you kind of notice, the Starbucks locations are very prevalent and they're very within range with these college classes. As far as Red Bull, if you remember kind of those great days where we were on campus, you probably noticed that there was a lot of these Red Bull canned cars driving around, and the employees used to give us free drinks, which is awesome. That's what actually got me hooked though, which isn't necessarily awesome. Now, let me go ahead and get started. So when we kind of look at calories, we got to remember that calories means energy. Energy is what we need to kind of get us through the day, makes us not so tired and stuff like that. Next, keep in mind that there are no bad foods. All the foods have different energy contents. If one's higher in this macronutrient versus this one, that does not mean it's worse than the other. Our bodies adapt to consume a variety of different foods, and we need to encompass that variety so our molecular functions can function as they should, basically. Next, sugars. Sugars are listed along with carbohydrates, fats, proteins on a can usually. For instance, there's a sugar count here and underneath the carbohydrate. Sugars are parts of carbohydrates, right? So if you notice, I got 38 sugars here, grams, and then 41 carbohydrates. 38 of those 41 is sugars. Remember that. Okay, so that we're only going to be focusing on today the fats, the carbohydrates, and the protein. And I'm going to kind of help you understand what grams means and how do you relate that to the calorie count. So as far as getting started, I want to mention that we got first up the iced caramel macchiato. We're going to start looking at the carbohydrates, right? The carbohydrates is going to be multiplied times 9 for every gram. So this has 7 grams of carbohydrates. Multiply that times 9, you get 63. As far as this, you got 0.3 carbohydrates per can of this size. Multiply that as well times 9, you get 2.7. You get 63 here, 2.7 here. That's all calories, right? Next, we're going to go and check out the carbohydrates. Again, that's including sugars. You got, as far as Red Bull is concerned, you got a 40 carbohydrates right here, and you got 37 carbohydrates here. For every gram of carbohydrate, you got 4 grams of calories, or 4 kilocalories, not grams. Doesn't make sense. So being that this is 37, multiplied times 4 equals 148. Multiply this 40 carbohydrates times 4, you get 160. Those numbers, again, are calories. So if we kind of add these up, kind of put it to the side on some scratch paper and then kind of keep track to that. Finally, let's take a look at the protein. So we got protein here going on. The coffee has 10 grams of protein. You got 0.9 grams of protein here. Protein, just like the carbohydrates, is multiplied times 4, and that'll get you the total amount of calories. So 10 times 4 is 40. 4 times 0.9 is 2.7. So there you go. When you add all these numbers together, you start to get a total number. That's going to be somewhere kind of roughly around the total calorie count there. So now you kind of understand how to break down everything when it goes to that. Now, why this is important, you got to understand that everybody has their own, energy needs. Everybody has their own kind of tolerances. And when you kind of understand what's going into your body and what portions, you can kind of equate how much specific calories that you need. So there you have it. Thanks for kind of staying with me today, and I hope you guys have a great day.